part of the reason why this manifestation came as quickly as it did is that, and I'm going to explain how to get manifestations to come quicker instead of waiting for time to take place. Because time, again, is an illusion, right?
Yeah.
So I actually ended up writing myself a letter. Oh, there was something else as well. I had a 2008 debt that was minuscule, that had just accumulated to this giant amount that they were threatening to mess up my credit, and then I wouldn't have gotten my password again. And I just, from nowhere, this company contacted me after all these years. And so again, this sets the panic mode, because again, these were manifestations of my perspective at that point in time. I was thinking that life was happening to me, everything's going wrong, no money, this and that. So that was continuously coming back to just shove itself in my face, basically. So I didn't have a choice other than to face it, and I started writing a letter.
Yep.
And actually, it's funny that you say that. I'm not a really big fan of The Secret because there's a lot I don't agree with.
Yeah.
However, the fundamentals touch base on spirituality and the power of manifestations.
Yes.
And so I remember I took something out of that, and I wrote myself a letter from that company and from the immigration board about my citizenship.
Right.
And each letter, I kid you not, I have saved them, and I'm going to probably, when I go back to Sweden, I'll take pictures of it for you so you can add it on anywhere you want, but more or less identical. The letter from the company that I owed money to, I wrote myself a very short letter saying, we've dropped the case, and that's it, because we don't have sufficient evidence, we dropped the case. And then the other one from the immigration board saying, you got your citizenship, please go apply for your passport. Wrote them in a little letter to myself, put them in an envelope. I was heading outside to go I think I was going to go grocery shopping. So I put that in the envelope, and I throw it in the mail slot. I go get my food, I come back, and I pushed it out of my mind.
Yep.
But I remember the feeling as I was writing. This is how you get manifestations to come back a lot faster, is the emotion that you put into it. People call it intention, emotion, electricity, whatever you want to call it. But that's the power that we put behind it, right? And that comes from within. So I remember how excited I was to be able to see these words come back to me, to see the magic of life, which is, again, it's in our own hands. And once I came back home and I picked up those letters and I pretended I'd never read them, and I opened it up, and again, that excitement came back.
Yeah.
And again, within such a short period of time, I got the exact same letters from both different places, and they're more or less identical to what I wrote myself. And these are little games and activities that you can play with in life that remind us of the magic that exists already out there. So it's like when you open the fridge and you're looking for something and you're not going to be able to see it until you shift your perspective, and then you can actually be able to. I'm going to do this. I'm going to let you continue because I can tell you're about to.
No?
That's basically it. You can play with you can have these little exercises, and they start at minuscule levels. Like you can do things like, I know they talked about in The Secret about seeing the green light. Like behind when you hit traffic, just see green lights. Again, it's not about what you just envision, it's about putting the power behind that vision.
Okay, so feeling it, the emotional content.
Allowing yourself an excitement, because a lot of people, excitement and anxiety are two sides of the same coin.
Yep.
The question is, again, if we realize that the duality of those two are actually when they're unified, we can create something with it. If they're still in dualities, what we're going to end up doing is having that good or bad perspective, unlucky or lucky perspective, I can't do it, but she did it perspective.